kama chama hatuna mambo yoyote. Sisi tunaombea serikali ya Kenya kwanza, kama ingepona ni sawa. Hiyo lazima mtoe kwa akili. Sisi wana ODM ni ODM. Tumesaidia Mheshimiwa William Ruto kusimamisha serikali yake, kwa sababu hata sisi tungetaka tusaidike wakati mambo ni mbaya. Kwa hivyo mtu asipite hapa aseme sisi tuko Kenya kwanza. Hatuko Kenya kwanza sisi. Sisi ni wana ODM.
Speeches from some of the leaders that you've mentioned, and of course I saw what the Honorable Kamket said, and also the Honorable Oscar Sudi. The truth is that we know now that they understand that this thing, it is irreversible now. The damage that this government has done to its own reputation is irreversible. They know that there is very little that can be done between now and 2027 to reverse the fortunes of this regime. So you can see that they have become irritated, agitated. The young Kenyans on social media have succeeded in getting under their skin. If you go to a function and speaker after speaker is only talking about social media and curtailing the freedoms of the young people, lecturing us about respecting other people, and yet these are some of the vilest politicians on the mic. They themselves cannot show you the respect that they want other people to show them.
Raila Odinga, the seasoned veteran of Kenyan politics, is at it again. This time he is setting his sights on the 2027 presidential elections, but with a clear message. ODM will not be hitching its wagon to William Ruto's star. This bold declaration signals a new chapter in Kenyan politics.
Viongozi wako hapa, our chairman of the Central Committee ako hapa. Tumezungumza haya maneno. Tukauliza, what is our position as ODM on these matters of the broadbased and the rest? Na tumesema mambo matatu. Kwanza tumesema ya kwamba sisi kama chama cha ODM ni chama a distinct party, and we are going to strengthen ourselves because the purpose of any political party is to capture power. Na sisi tuta strengthen kutoka grassroots mpaka juu. Hiyo ni position tulichukua katika Central Committee. We are a party for the people, by the people. Na pia tulisema we will not sell ourselves short as an ODM party, kwa sababu sisi ndio chama kikubwa zaidi south of Sahara and north of River Limpopo.
One where ODM charts its own course. Raila's vision is clear: to position ODM as a strong contender, capable of winning the presidency on its own merits. This strategic move is about more than just the presidency. It's about securing ODM's place as a leading force in Kenyan politics, regardless of who occupies State House. By fielding their own candidate, ODM aims to solidify its support base and emerge as a powerful force in negotiations and potential coalitions. The message is clear. ODM is not content with playing second fiddle. They are in the game to win.
Si kama chama, nataka niseme na mnielewe vizuri, kama ODM, ndugu zetu ambao walikuwa ni viongozi wetu wako katika serikali ya Mheshimiwa William Ruto, wamekwenda kule, wamepewa kazi, na tunaheshimu kwamba wamepewa kazi. Lakini kama chama hakuna mapatano tuko nayo na serikali ya Kenya kwanza. Lazima ieleweke vizuri. Ni sawa sawa? Na amapi, Ososi amesema kuna watu wengine tulifukuza Jamaa kitambo. Unajua hao ni wale wanatembea wanadhania kwamba ni mkono inaanguka kama fisi. They want to use ODM to benefit their own stomachs. Chama imesimama imara. Tulipigana na serikali ya Uhuru Kenyatta mpaka handshake ikakuja mwisho. Tukasimama na yeye. Tumepigana na serikali ya William Ruto, ikakuja mapema kidogo. Na tunasema hivi, Mheshimiwa William Ruto, sisi kama chama hatuwezi ingia katika UDA. UDA imekufa. Imekufa hajakufa? Kama imekufa, yeye akuje tuongee na yeye kwa faraga hivi, tumwambie toa hizo nguo za yellow, ingia chungwa, tuone kama tutaosha wewe, watu wakikubali tupe wewe uende mbele. Lakini kama watu watakataa, tutatafuta mtu ambaye atasimama na chama cha ODM. Sisi kama chama kubwa hatuwezi ingia katika chama ndogo. Mshaiona hii river Yala ikigeuka ikiingia kwa river nyingine hapa? Ama bahari Hindi itoke ikuje ingie Lake Victoria? Hakuna. Kwa hivyo sisi kama ODM kuheshimika na tuwe na heshima na mtu yoyote, ndiposa atuongeleshe kwa heshima. Tuko na nyumba yetu ambayo ni ODM. Ndugu zangu na dada zangu, nataka niwaombe mtu yoyote, umeongea juu ya Sifuna hapa, wacha niwaambie, Sifuna is our Secretary General, na lazima aheshimiwe kivivyote vile. Mkiona tumenyamaza, Sifuna anaongea sauti ya chama. Tunaelewana? Sifuna anaongea ile nafikiria, ile Ososi anafikiria, ile Wanga anafikiria, ile Profesa anafikiria, na ile baba inadunda ndani ya roho yake na nyinyi nyote. Kwa hivyo biashara, mnaona wale ambao wanapiga kelele ni wale wanaona kwamba kuna tende itatokea kwa hii serikali. Nitaitwa, wacha niongee hivi kama nitaitwa. Hapana, Ruto pia sio mjinga. Ruto amekuwa kwa hii siasa, anajua sisi ni kina nani kama chama. Kwa hivyo ile mikora ingine, wacha tuwaambie sisi kama chama tuko imara na tutahakikisha kwamba ODM imesimama. Mimi nataka nikubaliane na wenzangu hapa, kabla tujaingia Busia tutaingia Bungoma.
ODM's commitment to independence is not just rhetoric, it's a commitment reflected in their actions. They have consistently distanced themselves from Ruto's government, choosing instead to hold the executive accountable from the opposition benches. Raila is not alone in this endeavour. His trusted allies within ODM have become vocal advocates for this message of independence. They are actively engaging with the public, emphasising that ODM's priority is to serve the people, not to rubber stamp the government's agenda. This commitment to a separate path is further underscored by ODM's absence from any formal agreements or power-sharing deals with Ruto. Their message is resonating with those who yearn for an alternative, for a party that prioritizes the needs of the people over political expediency.
So for me, it is the clearest indication, and I want Kenyans to take confidence in the strength of our constitution to defend itself. Nobody can stand somewhere and tell us they will manufacture another president for 24 years. It will not happen. Should be told it will not happen. This is not 1980. This is not the generation that they used to sell fear to. The Kenyan of today is a Kenyan who understands the constitution, their rights. They know for a fact that you cannot impose yourself on Kenyans. I am telling you, the only way for any elected leader to win re-election is to do the things you promised to do for Kenyans, is to make the lives of Kenyans better. Now that they understand that it is going to be impossible for them to deliver on any of the promises that would make Kenyans look at them favorably, they are now openly threatening to violate the constitution and the rights of Kenyans and to try and force themselves upon the people. As a person who was in the campaigns in 2022, when we were being backed by a sitting president, these are not strange pronouncements. They are very familiar, because there are people in our camp who used to speak the way Kina Kamketa speaking and telling the country, hii kitu imeenda, there's nothing you can do, tutanyorosha wewe, hatuwezi kuachia mwizi. But I'm telling you, with the sort of anger that Kenyans have, the day a Kenyan is given a ballot paper like this, once he crosses against your name and puts it in the ballot box, that's the end of the day. That's the end of everything.
While ODM presents a united front to the public behind closed doors, there are whispers of dissent. Not all within the party are entirely on board with this hardline stance against Ruto. Some members see potential benefits in aligning with the government, arguing that it could translate into development projects and influence. Others express concern that maintaining such a rigid stance might isolate ODM, limiting their options in the ever-shifting landscape of Kenyan politics. A recent meeting of top ODM officials reportedly witnessed heated exchanges, highlighting the internal struggle between pragmatism and principle. Despite these disagreements, Raila remains steadfast in his vision. He understands that internal unity is crucial for ODM's success and is actively engaging with dissenting voices, seeking to address their concerns while holding firm to his core principles.
First, the issue of Sifuna, Edward Sifuna. I think none of you knows how Edwin Sifuna came into ODM. Edwin used to write in the Standard very good articles. And after serving 12 years as Secretary General of ODM, I asked the party leader to allow me to concentrate in developing the research wing of the party and give the technocracy to another Secretary General. We tried a few people. It never worked. So one day I said, this young man who writes so well in the Standard and has an email address, let me call him to have a lunch with him. And I had lunch with Sifuna at the United Kenya Club, and I was very impressed. So I went to talk to the party leader. There's a young man here who I want to introduce to the party, a professional journalist. So can you meet him? The party leader said yes. When he met Sifuna, he was very impressed. And after a few weeks, Sifuna was made the Secretary General of ODM and has served faithfully till today. Makofi kwake basi. Secondly, I think you read the interview that Sifuna had Kenya Times recently, where he made it very, very clear. Being the Secretary General at the spokesperson of the party, he clarified every issue. And since then, we have not seen any writing about Sifuna in the newspapers at all. Sasa wewe ni nani? Sasa wewe unaanza leo kupinga Sifuna. Wewe ni nani? We in the party sourced Sifuna from his professional work to bring him to the party. And he has been doing an excellent job since then. I'm serious. So let us support him. We in the party support him. Let the people support him. The guy is built for the future. I'm serious. The guy is built for the future. You know what I mean? Ukiangalia huko mbele, utaona Sifuna. Utaona nani? Sifuna. If you don't know what I'm saying, go home, fikiria. Sawa sawa? Second thing, matter arising I want to address here before I give my speech. The issue of Azimio's position in the Assembly or in the Senate. The court has ruled that Azimio is the majority party. Ama sivyo? Sasa wewe ni nani? You are not a speaker. You are not an MP. And then you are doubting what the court has said. We are the majority. So all these things like committees, nini, rati. Go there and take all the chairpersons of committees because you are the majority. And you are the support of the party. Ama sivyo? Makofi kwao basi. The third thing I'd like to sort out before I speak is what a spokesperson of the party does. The spokesperson of the party, as Mama Wanga said earlier, after party organs have met and made decisions, he is the one who presents this to the public. Kama sivyo? So me and Wanga, we just sit behind. We know that he's going to clarify to the public what, and he has never contradicted organs of the party on any day. Sawa sawa. So Edwin Sifuna, somebody we have full confidence in, and I'd like you at Wananchi to give him full support. As Secretary General, what? ODM. Wangapi wana support Edwin Sifuna? ODM! ODM!
Adding another layer of complexity to this political drama is Raila's potential candidacy for the African Union A.U chairmanship. Should he secure this prestigious position, it would undoubtedly have significant implications for both ODM and Kenya's political landscape. Some ODM lawmakers have hinted at a potential softening of their stance towards Ruto should Raila ascend to the AU leadership. They argue that national unity would be paramount if Raila is to effectively lead the continent. However, Raila himself has remained tight-lipped about any potential shift in his political calculus. This uncertainty surrounding Raila's future plans has only intensified the political intrigue. One thing is certain, Raila Odinga remains a master strategist, carefully weighing his options as he navigates the complex web of Kenyan politics.
So I want to assure Kenyans that this chair stamping should not scare anybody. Just come out and express yourself. Speak, because these constitutional freedoms that we enjoy, they were very hard fought. They were fought for by blood and sweat. You know, you can see that there's a lot of nostalgia from the old Kanu Hawks to go back to those days where you could just abduct someone and throw them into a prison without trial. But at least that was the law then. It was legal. There was a law that backed that detention without trial. But that law does not exist anymore. The Constitution now requires that if you arrest somebody, you have to produce them to court within 24 hours and charge them. And you have to demonstrate to the magistrate why you need to hold them in custody. The reason why they are abducting these young people is because there is no law that exists that says you cannot insult a leader. There is no law that says that you cannot insult the president. In fact, our High Court has already said that the freedom of expression extends to insults. The freedom of expression does not mean I have to be nice to you. It doesn't mean that I am forced to say things that you want to hear. Freedom of expression means I have to speak the way I see things. And instead of them addressing, why are Kenyans so angry? How did we get here? Because after the president was elected in 2022, by all accounts, William Ruto was one of the most popular politicians in the country. What did he do in the intervening period to lead to a place where he's being insulted left, right, and center? Instead of addressing those questions, the cause, they are addressing the symptoms. And I can tell you, for as long as your policies and the actions of your government continue to make life more difficult for Kenyans, for as long as you don't demonstrate respect for the people, for as long as your court jesters, the ones you are talking about, are speaking to Kenyans in the way that they are speaking to them, then nobody's going to respect you. Respect is earned. It's not something you force. You cannot force people to respect you. Respect is earned from how you conduct yourself, how you relate with people, how you demonstrate respect for the people as required under Chapter 6 of the Constitution. So unfortunately for him, he is surrounded by people who have decided that they have to tear him down. They are going to take him down. If there's anybody to be blamed for the one-term presidency of Ruto, it will be Kamket, it will be Oscar Sudi, and the likes who are surrounding him there, giving him bad advice, including my uncle Atwoli.